Going live, 3, 2, 1. Hello, welcome to the closing session of this conference. This was the fourth annual GSPP conference. It was devoted to sustainable development goals in Central Asia in the time of COVID-19. We had 2 days of great presentations, great panels with great presenters, great speakers, and a lot of people have joined our session to listen and to ask questions. From our part, we are very pleased because we had the impression that we were able, with the help of our partners, to attract and to invite and to have here two very prominent keynote speakers that gave two very insightful presentations, one on sustainable development and the other on the importance of both on the sustainable development goals. And then all the other panels basically built on the themes that were highlighted and discussed at some length by the two keynote speakers. So we had presentation on education, we had presentation on public health, we had presentations on public sector reform, we had presentations on energy, on the environment. And the interesting thing was that sometimes when we organize conferences, there are panels that don't really match with the overarching theme of the conference. But in this case, we were very lucky because all of our presenters and the moderators and those who were in charge of organizing the various panels in the conference made sure that each of the panels and each of the presentation was truly related to the theme to which this conference is dedicated. And I thought that was absolutely very valuable. So we learned, for example, from the panel 7, how various governments in the region and outside the region responded more or less successfully to contain the COVID pandemic. We learned how government responded, to take credit for their good action or to avoid the blame in case they were giving the impression of being too effective in handling this pandemic. We learn how government as an organization or as a bureaucratic apparatus had to adjust through digitalization and in other ways to make sure they could keep functioning in under these new and unprecedented circumstances. So that was very, 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 very valuable, and we learned that in these times of crisis. We need to start thinking about the future. We need to realize that this crisis that we have experienced so far, and we're still experiencing, is to some extent the result of an environmental degradation that we have neglected for far too long, which means that this is the right time to actually take steps to make sure that we protect the environment. Because, failure to do so will create more and more frequent problems in the years to come. And though we probably have learned something from handling this crisis, if we could prevent crisis in the future, that would be better, or at least that's my opinion. I would like to thank a few people, and I'm sure I'm going to forget someone, so I'm sure that Stefanos and Madina will correct me. Stefanos and Madina are the two most important people here because, whatever went well in the conference is thanks to them. They did everything. They found the speakers, they found the Pine Tool platform. They make sure that everything was aligned. And if you agree with me that this conference, which was the first time that we held, was the first time that was held online, was successful, is to a large extent thanks to Stefanos and Madina. So they are the first two people that really need to thank because they work tirelessly. And sometimes, even in the middle of the night when I like to sleep, they will send me a message saying, think about the conference, we need to work for the conference. So, they did a fantastic job and I'm very grateful to them. The conference, as I like to say, is a tradition that was inaugurated 4 years ago by our dean, Professor Wentat Hui. And we're very grateful. I'm grateful personally that this year he decided to give us the mandate to organize this event. We hope that he's pleased with what we have accomplished. I believe that thanks to our team organizational skills, thanks to the help that we received from the organizing committee, from the support that we received from the partners, LKY School, the Astana Civil Service Hub, we have been able to attract a very prominent speaker that delivered really insightful presentation, and the overall quality of the conference was absolutely spectacular. So I hope the dean was happy with what we achieved, and we're very grateful he gave us a chance to organize this event. We are obviously very grateful to the partners. For each and every year we have organized our GSPP conference. The Astana Civil Service Hub has been our very good friend and loyal partner. Every year they put together a fantastic panel, fully international speakers, and His Excellency Baimenov always find the time to attend the event and give a few words and give a speech. And so we are most grateful to them that even this year, in spite of the fact that they're busy running so many other activities, they could make a contribution and help us to make this conference a success. We are obviously very grateful to our partner in Singapore, the LKY School. We cannot thank LKY enough. They help us to find the first of the two keynote speakers we had in our conference, Professor Vinod Thomas. They helped us to organize the public health panel. They provide the speakers for other panels, and from what I understand, they were also helping us to find this platform that allowed us to run the conference online for the first time in the history of our conference. So, I would like to thank LKY for the great support. I need to thank all the keynote speakers for two great presentations. I need to thank the speakers. I need to thank the presenters. I need to thank the moderators. I need to thank all of you that probably having other commitments and probably better things to do, found the time and had the commitment to stick with us and watch all of our presentation. I think the exercise was worthwhile. I think the presentation were excellent, and we were discussing just a few minutes ago that we're going to put all of these presentations on the YouTube page of the Graduate School of Public Policy, so that in case you wish to go back and listen to portions of presentations, at your own leisure, you will be able to do so. I think that there's quite a lot to be learned from many of the presentations that we had in our conference. So I don't think I have anything else to add, except for the fact that I hope you will agree with me that the conference went very well, considering that it was the first time that it was organized in an online format, and and that said, I hope the next year, if and when we organize the next one, the fifth, we will be able to do it in person and have you all back here in Nur Sultan in person. Thank you so much. Stefanos.
Just a note from here. I didn't hear an echo. Sorry. No, I don't have anything to add in specific. Just that it gave me an impression that it went beyond our expectations, and that we managed to enlarge this SDG in Central Asia far beyond the Central Asia. I think we went from far east to the far west. We had, and Marina going to give some details later on with the video about about how many nationalities we had this, and the quality of conference. I think with emerging with practitioners, decision makers, and experts was a unique blending, at least for first time. So I think it's worth congratulations to all of you that you have attended the conference and all the behind the scenes people. Yeah.
Marina.
Okay, so we have already came to the finish line of the 2 days, very busy schedule. We hope that it was fruitful communication platform tools that we provided to you, and we hope that it was also useful for your networking and some good insights. So you can share your feedback with us by clicking rating for each sessions. So you can check it later as well. So you can rate each session. This is how we will get your feedback. So you can also leave your comments in the event chat and here as well. So we really appreciate your involvement. We had almost 400 participants in total during these 2 days. So this is really great. And we had actually participants from all around the world. And I just want to thank everyone for participation, all our great speakers, keynote speakers, moderators. They did a really great job. And of course, to my colleagues from GSPP, thank you very much to everyone. And one more note for all about the networking events, so where we can all talk all together. So the microphone will be available for everyone there. So you can join it. I send you the link already in the chat. So it's super easy. You just click on this link and click join, and that's it. You don't need to fix anything. Yeah, it's really funny way how we can have networking. So you can grab your drinks and snacks and join it at 7 p.m. For standard time. And again, thank you very much. And now we are going to have a closing final video. So please watch it. We'll have it now.